G'day guys and welcome back, it's Rosini16 and I'm back as usual to bring you a Viewers 11. Got sent in a really nice team, probably one of the most expensive we've got so far, but mainly because of one player, and we'll jump across and show you now. This is the team we're going to run with. It's a very unusual one, it's definitely a hybrid. It's got 4 different leagues in there if I'm correct. We've got the Liga 1, we've got Liga BBVA, the Portuguese League and the Russian League. So it's a very, very nice looking hybrid. Very interested in some of these players. Of course, I am one that kind of sticks to the mainstream league, so I can honestly say I've never once played with the Portuguese League. I played with a couple of players from the Russian League, but of course it's just going to be in the cliche players such as Hulk and like Doumbia and that. But you know, just kind of basic ones that are just overpowered and really good to play with. This is definitely the most interesting team we got sent in. Really expensive in the fact of Neymar is the most expensive in the team. I did get sent in the squad and it did actually have only Jonas's 84 rated in form, but I asked if it was okay if I used the 85 one because I did actually pack him. So you can see there he is pack pulled, so we decided to use him instead. Other than that, the most expensive player is going to be Neymar. I managed to pick him up for 225k, which is an astronomical amount, but from what I've seen so far, he does the job and very much so worth the money. So very interesting team we got. We're going to jump straight into the 5 games. I'll see you guys after 3 games if I think something needs to be changed. Other than that, you know the drill. I'll see you guys at the end.
I've got a question, if you'd hear me out. In your defense, you never had a chance. And so tell me straight, I won't go. This is our time now, I'm sure. Make no mistake, that we are closer than we're far. Embrace for impact, fight your fears fire. Embrace for impact, I'm the future's engineer. And baby, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, and baby, I'm here, I'm here. I've got a question, if you'd hear me out. In your defense, you never had a chance. And so tell me straight, I won't go. This is our time now, I'm sure. Make no mistake, that we are closer than we're far. Fight your fears. our time now, I'm sure. Make no mistake that we are closer than we're far. Embrace for impact, fight your fears far. Embrace for impact, I'm the future's engineer. And baby, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, and baby, I'm here, I'm here. I've got a question, if you'd hear me out in your defense.
Okay guys, so we just got to the end of the 3 games, and of course me being here means I am going to change something. Now we've had a good result so far. We lost the first game, but hard done by, I reckon. Scoreline probably wasn't fair. He probably did deserve to win. He played a better game, but I don't think it deserved to be such a blowout like it was. I did get frustrated and lose my shit a little bit, and it kind of just made me play a lot worse and just went downhill from there. Second game, it looks like we played 2 games, but I actually played against a subscriber, same guy as yesterday. His name's in the description. We played out, it got to a draw because we were playing a friendly match. It didn't go into extra time, so I went back into a game and did golden goal. It didn't take too long, but unfortunately he did miss a shot which hit the crossbar, and then in the counter attack I did manage to get a goal, so unfortunately that did mean that he lost. But he pulled up a good fight again. Very, very close game as usual. Third game, we absolutely smashed the bloke. The bloke was actually really good, one of the best players who played so far. He seemed to just break morale as soon as I got a goal or 2 up, and just seemed to fall apart in the back, and Neymar just started abusing him towards the end of the game, and if he wasn't scoring, he was setting up. So it's a really good side. I just have one thing I want to change, and it's really upsetting for me to do this. Well, not upsetting, that's a bit dramatic. I don't really want to do this, but I have to, because I want to give you guys a team that's going to win Division 1. This team is very good. It probably could win you Division 1, but I think there's one change that I could make that would make it a sure thing. So I could only change 2 players in this, and for very specific reasons, which I'll go into depth about in a second. So what I find needed to be changed was the midfield. It was good, but it could be made much more effective. Now, the only way I can really change this is by getting rid of Iniesta. Now, I didn't want to because I haven't played well with Iniesta this year, and in these games he was actually playing really well. So it was really nice to finally play good football with him for once, but I did feel like something needed to be changed the midfield needed to change if it wants to get the best out of this team. And unfortunately, selling Gassar and, sorry, I don't know this guy's name, Bueno, you're not going to get much coins to be able to buy other people. So unfortunately, I do have to get rid of Iniesta, who gives us a 30k spending zone, and I know exactly what I'm going to do. So unfortunately, we do get rid of Iniesta, although he's a good player, and that also means we can get rid of Bueno for one main reason. So I've got an idea in mind that'll keep the chemistry high, and that is to go straight into the BBVA. I'm going to be replacing him with another great midfielder. We'll set the parameters so we can find him. So on the left-hand side, I'm going to be putting in Rakitic, only worth around 2-ish K. And then in the other centre mid position, we are going to be putting in... Who was it going to be again? I totally forgot. Oh, it's going to be... Oh, I know who it's going to be. Bit of a different player. One I haven't really used this much this year, but I really loved him last year. And it is going to be Isco. So it does keep the chemistry very good among the side. Once I dumb him down to a centre mid position, he will get 10 chem. Everyone's on 10 chem that way, and we can jump straight into the next game. Hopefully this will benefit it. But again, I could be completely wrong and just fucking up as per usual. But we're going to give it a whirl. I'll see you guys for the next few highlights, and then I'll see you guys at the end. So enjoy the rest of the games, guys. Alright guys, so that does bring us to the conclusion of the episode as per usual. Last two games were really good. First game, it was 1-all. We did end up going into penalties where he won 4-5, I think. I don't know, whatever. He won in the penalties. The second game, we won. Really tough games, both of them. Actually, really, really good opponents. Very, very challenging. A few comments I have to make about the team. The changes I made, they were alright. I feel like the team played a little bit different in the midfield, which I don't think it was necessarily for the better. I don't know, I feel like maybe Bueno and Iniesta were doing a little bit better. If not, it was very marginally the same. There wasn't much difference. So, in case you guys are wondering, the team was fine before, it's fine this way. It really depends on how you play with the team or what you want in the team. But either way, it works really well. I probably would prefer the Bueno and Iniesta just because it looks like a nice team that people would come up against and be like, oh, nice, it's going to be an easy match. And then you come over the top of them. But a few comments I have to make. The guy I played in the fourth match, I was messaging him after the game and he did mention that I did like to use Neymar a lot in this video. And that was the case purely because the strike force was pretty atrocious. I don't really know why. Tello just seemed to never be anywhere. I don't know where he was, but I can't remember doing one thing with him. Although, yeah, he didn't score a goal, so I don't know what's going on there. Jonas, on the other hand, managed to kick 5 goals, which was impressive. Although I felt like he wasn't really there, and if he did get a goal, it was a tramp goal. But I'm actually quite shocked to see he got 5 goals. But I felt Neymar was the only one up front making the runs, doing any work. And again, he's the only one with skill, and I like to play with skill, so I don't know. But that strike force definitely can be worked on, especially if you get rid of that Jonas. You get like 40, 50k, which gives you plenty of spending money to make this team really, really nice. But it's still really nice. Like, for instance, you can put Hulk at the right forward and then Benzema at striker, and bam, there's your team. But I did have the problem with Jonas where he was a bit of a taller player, a bit slower, not very skillful, and I did struggle with him. So I did rely on Neymar to do most of the work and pretty much just to tramp it or pretty much gift the goal to anyone else. Otherwise, Neymar did most of the work, which is true, and he is going to do the work because he's worth 230k and you want to get your money's worth out of him. So I tried as best I could. Probably did use him a little bit too much. I should have given the ball to the rest of the team just to see what they played like, but we had a really good result. We only lost 2 games, sorry, technically because of penalties. We lost 2 games out of the 5, won 3, I believe, so really, really good result. This team is fun to play with, definitely an interesting squad to go with if you're looking to mix things up a little bit, but not anything too crash hot. It probably will get you to Division 1, whether you win it or not is purely dependent on your own skill. Value for money, Neymar's a bit too expensive in my opinion for value for money, but if you can replace him with a cheaper alternative in the way of Conor Planenka or any other BBVA left midfielder or left winger that you can bump up to a left forward, it would be very much value for money. But just because he is worth 240k, it's going to make it a bit more tough to say that he is worth the money. But it is a good sign nonetheless, and by all means, if you have the cash lying around, I want you guys to give it a whirl and see what you think, and by all means, let me know in the comments below if you have tried this team. But that is going to be it from me, guys. I have an episode lined up for tomorrow. Don't bother commenting any on this episode, as after tomorrow I do go away for a couple of days, so I won't be doing a squad builder after that for a couple of days, just pre-recorded video. So that is going to be it from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys later.